Hello, everybody. You're welcome to Just for Women Africa. And my name is Olaleko Amusa, the founder of Just for Women Africa. And today, we're on a Zoom interview all the way from Nigeria. We have Doslowa Davidson, who's an architect and also a software developer. We'll be talking to her about why she wanted to go into develop software development and not concentrate on architecture. And she also has a goal to get 10,000 females into the tech industry by 2025. We'll be talking to her about that, so stick around and we'll be right back. Okay, everybody, well, welcome back to Just for Women Africa. We have Loa Davison. Hello, you're welcome to Just for Women Africa.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me here today. It's nice to meet you.
Same here, Loa. Hi, Loa. My first question is, you're an architect. Why is your interest in software development?
So basically, as a child, I always wanted to create things, to create solutions to the problems that I saw around my community, even in the house and in my country as a whole. So I was just looking for something that I could do and actually be able to create things without being washed, because I was a very troublesome child. So when I didn't start with software engine development. I started with simple coding like HTML, CSS, and just basic programming languages. And I really grew interest in it, and it was something I felt like I wanted to do because of some of the things that I was creating and some of the games and projects that I was working on. And it was just something that I enjoyed doing. And I was homeschooled as well, so that was just a way for me to also let out, the burden and actually create stuff. And I would create things and I would show to my parents and they'd be like, oh, wow, this is what you did. And I'm like, yeah, and all that. And also, I've realized that not many females are into that field. So it's definitely something that I felt like I had to do and I love doing. Why for architecture design? I like drawing. I've always liked drawing. And I just like creating designs, even if it's not something that would come into reality immediately, but just being able to create something and be like, oh, I'm the one who did that, and I'm the one who created that was definitely one of the reasons why I decided to take into those two fields.
Okay, that's great to hear. All right, you have an ambitious ambition of getting 10,000 females into tech by 2025. Why that huge figure?
Someone told me that if your dream does not scare you, then it's not a dream. So I can't say that I want to get 1,000 females into tech by 2025. What would I be doing every single day? So if I am to calculate how many females I'm going to get into tech, like in a week for the next 3 years, it's not going to be just 1,000. So I had to look at a larger number of people, because not everyone who gets into tech will remain in tech, because tech is not an easy field to be in. So if I get 1,000 females into tech and then not all of them end up remaining in tech, then how many will I have, who are going to get out there and actually get more females into the field? So I had to look for a larger amount of number and train as many as I can, and then move on and get more girls into tech.
Okay, so the 10,000 girls you want to get into tech, are they from Africa or you're talking worldwide?
They're from Africa. We're not looking worldwide for now, even if we're working towards that. But right now we're looking at Africa, and mostly West Africa. Yeah.
Okay, so so far as you started the project, how many girls have you got enrolled into it so far?
So
are we close to 10,000?
We are close to half of that number. So we have 2 years to go. So it's not something that's going to happen overnight, because it's a process. And also there's so many other organizations that are also trying to do that. So right now we currently have over 300 spans here in Liberia, and in Nigeria we have over 200 plus. And then in Zambia and South Africa and every other countries, we have like 50 here, 50 there, 50 there. So altogether, they're like 900 plus. So we have different fields. So it's not just about core coding. We have like a STEM program. So so they just basically have to choose exactly what they feel comfortable doing. And then we help them from there.
Okay, which was going to bring me to my next question. So, women in tech, what exactly are you teaching them? Are you teaching them database, Oracle, Python, SQL? What exactly are you teaching them in tech?
So we have different branches. So there front end development, there is project management, there's UI/UX design, there is data analysis. So basically, what I do and what me and the other mentors do is we put everything on the ground and we show them exactly what are you going to be learning if you want to become a front end development. Is this something that you think you can give your time and you're going to continue being interested in? Or probably you start with front end development and then you feel like, oh, it's not for me. I want to go into project management. So we have different courses that we offer to them, and we don't force them to do what they don't want to do. So if you feel like you're not comfortable doing back end development, maybe because you're not seeing what you're doing and you want to see more visible stuff, then you move to the front end. Or probably you're not interested in coding at all. You just want to do designs, then you go to UI/UX design. So we have front end, we have project management and UI/UX design classes that are currently running. And we're looking forward to adding data analysis. We had few participants who were interested in that, but then, a lot of them said they wanted to go to a different field. So we decided to add them to other courses.
Okay. So, our viewers who are watching who are not so much into tech like the way we are, what is a front-end developer and what is a back-end developer?
So a front-end developer basically work with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, coding websites, and obviously you can use JavaScript to create web apps as well, but that's React.js. So a front-end developer is someone who creates design for the front end, meaning that the users can view it and interact with it on the front end level. Yeah, so for a back-end developer, basically it's opposite of, so obviously there's front end and then there's back end. So back-end developer are those people that work with the back end. So we have MongoDB, we have Python, we have Java. So basically there are those people who are the experts who build, maintain, and mechanism that process data and perform actions on the website. So for example, you're designing a website and you want to add interaction and you want to add functionalities to your website. So the people who add those functionalities, for example, let me just give a core example, like what I always give to my students. So you're working on a e-commerce website, right? And you want to design the front end aspects of the e-commerce website. So that's what the front end developers are going to do. They're going to design and code out the front end of the website, meaning where the users can view it and all that. While the back end developers are those people who are going to add functionalities at the back end, for example, their data and inputs that they want to get from the users. They're going to use the back-end programming language to get that.
Okay, well explained. I'm sure our viewers will be able to know the difference between front end and back end developments now. It is said that in sub-Saharan Africa, less than 30% of women are in tech. Why do you think that's the case? And do you see that number increasing in a couple of years to come?
Yes, I do believe that number is going to increase because we're obviously creating awareness to get more women and girls into tech. So the reason why I think there are only 30% of women from Sub-Saharan is because women are not really given the opportunities. And obviously, for example, I like to break my stuff down to the simplest examples. So we have a household, right? And then we have the man and the woman. So the responsibility of a woman in a household is way bigger than the responsibility of the man. For example, some of the chores that a woman is supposed to do and some of the chores that a man is supposed to do is not the same. So what time would a girl in the house have to learn programming language, and what time will it's not going to be as equal as it's supposed to be, I guess, even if it's the responsibility of a girl to do some of these things at home. But at the same time, we need to know that, it's not the same. The amount of privileges and opportunities given to a girl child and a boy child is not the same. Also, I feel like if we create more opportunities for girls, like what I'm trying to do right now, I feel like that number is definitely going to increase because there's so many things that they can do with tech. And I believe that young girls are definitely interested in getting into tech if they have the opportunities and privileges to do so.
Yeah. As you run up the interview, what's the future for your organization? As you're work hard to achieve 10,000 women in tech by 2025?
So basically, to get more participants, to reach out to more females out there, and to create more free programs and opportunities for them to actually learn. And it's not just about coding, it's obviously a wellness community as well, because if you want to get someone into tech, you need to understand what are the circumstances around them. Are they going to be able to achieve what they actually want to achieve? So if we're able to do that, then I believe that we can definitely achieve our goals. So the next step moving forward is to get them involved, to empower them, to provide free resources, free trainings, do the best that we can to just make them feel like they can actually do what they want to do, and actually give them the right opportunities to get to where they want to get.
I like that, to get to what you want to get. So what's your advice to women basically who are watching the interview right now, who love to get into tech, but feel that, being a tech person is difficult, it involves a lot of math, you have to do this and that, or they feel that it's a man's world, it's a man's profession, and should be left alone for the men to do?
I want them to throw away that mentality, to just find somewhere to hide that mentality, because it's not going to get them anywhere. So tech is for everyone. Anyone can get into tech. Tech is easy. It's not as hard as it seems, even if it's a little bit hard, but it's something that anyone can do. So my advice to them is to not let what the society is saying, that women cannot do this, cannot do that, because they have so many responsibilities and other things that they could put their energy into. If you think it's for you, and if you want to solve problems using technology, it's definitely a field for you to get into. The world is moving right now into, we're having AIs, we're having so many tech things coming up, and it's definitely going to be lovely to see our mothers and our sisters and our daughters, being there and being representing us, and just being out there and creating stuff that even the guys are also creating. So it's not a competition, but it's just something that we need to look into.
For women who are watching, Just for Women Africa, of course, together with the men, and we'd love to get in touch with you. We'd like to get their daughters enrolled or their wives enrolled. Could you give out your contact details and how they can reach you?
So I'm on Twitter, I'm on Instagram, and I'm on Facebook and YouTube as well. So if you want to reach out to the Happy community, you can reach out to us on our email, happytech@gmail.com. That is happytech@gmail.com. But if you want to reach out to me personally, my email is codedbylua@gmail.com.
All right, viewers, we heard it from Lua. And of course, now you've well informed about, women in tech and her ambition to get 10,000 women into tech by 2025. All right, Lua, we wish you all the best. Thank you for being on the show with us. We look forward to interviewing again in future. Probably when, you have about 50,000 women in tech by 2025.
Yeah.
And more.
All right.
And we wish you all the
thank you so much.
Yeah, we wish you all the best on your journey.
Sure.
And to viewers who are watching, do not forget to like, subscribe, tell a friend who knows a friend about Just for Women Africa. And from Lua and I in Nigeria, it will be bye.
Okay. All right.